Well, good morning. Friday, August 16th, 48th day on trail. Woke up to wind, rain, and it is cold. Frickin' Washington. Never seen anything like this. Oh, it didn't start raining though till I got on trail. So I got to pack up my camp before it started raining. That's good, that's a plus. And I had put my last pair of clean socks on. I didn't know it was gonna be raining or I wouldn't have. That sucks. And I just passed some northbounders and they told me there's trail magic up ahead, and they said awesome trail magic. About 2 miles, I think I crossed a dirt road, so that must be where they are. So, man, I wish I wouldn't have loaded. I just ate 2 bars and 50 blueberries before I found that out. But I'll still eat something. But yeah, Washington's not gonna let me out without throwing it at me again. It is cold this morning. That wind is icy cold. Last night at camp, hell, I was so tired. I fell asleep at 9 and I woke up had to go to the bathroom about 12. Then I couldn't go back to sleep, so I edited a video. And then about 2 in the morning I went back to sleep. Woke up at 6:30. I was the only one at that campsite. Nobody else rolled in. So I don't know why I couldn't sleep. I was exhausted. That's the way it goes. But I figured out, let's see. Last night I am 45 miles from Oregon. I did 13 and a half yesterday. And so if I want to get there Sunday, I got to do 3:15s. Or hopefully today I can do more. When it's cold like this, there's nothing to do but walk. So maybe I can do more miles. And I'm loaded up with blueberries, mountain energy. I got on trail about 8:30. It's probably about 10 now. I didn't film this morning because I had to climb a mountain right away. And I just went over the pass when I was talking to you. And I've got a monster downhill today. I mean, it's like 10 miles. Takes you way down in elevation. And the other thing is, thank goodness I had got my gut hooks back up, because checked last night, the water, the spring where I was at, there's not water for 10 miles. So before I left camp, I drank a liter and then filled up a liter and a half. But when it's cold and rainy, you don't drink as much anyway. So, and the trail magic people will have something, I'm sure. So I'm going to get busy and get the trail magic and get out of this rain. And I'll talk to you later. Well, it quit raining. That's a plus. Woohoo! Just stopped, took a little break, took my rain jacket off. Had to rearrange my backpack. Something wasn't right. It was killing my shoulders. So I moved some stuff around. I had a couple come by. I've crossed paths with them about, I don't know, ever since the Goat Rocks. Really nice couple. I don't remember their names, but they stayed, man, I'm pissed. They stayed at the Village Inn. It's just a tiny little place in Trout Lake. And it's kind of pricey for what it is, but they said it was awesome. Had an awesome breakfast, had a hot tub. They stayed there 2 days, and they got there after me, but because I kind of wanted to take a day off there. Ankle could have used it, but sleeping out in somebody's front yard while that racket wasn't appealing. But anyway, I was telling the couple about the trail magic, because I've already gone 2 miles, and then we looked on gut hooks. Hell, there's not a road for 8 miles. So some south or northbounders came by, and we asked them, was there trail magic at the road crossing? Because that's usually where people set up. And they said, no, if they were, they're gone. So we were all bummed. Like I said, I have had any real trail magic since I've been on this trail. The 2 girls that just crossed past with us said Oregon was awesome. And they were from Oregon. They said the people there are much more trail friendly and provide a lot of trail magic. Can't say the same for Washington. Washington's just freaking hard, especially with the weather this year. As I've mentioned numerous times. Well, crap, I'm getting ready to go uphill. So anyway, I'm gonna keep on hiking. Have no idea where I'm going today. I am getting 16 miles in if I have to crawl, maybe 17. I've got to start making some mileage because I am so ready to get out of Washington. Over Washington. All right. See you, bye. Well, it's 12:30. Hasn't been a lot to show. I did have a little view of Mount Hood, and I did find out that is the mountain I saw yesterday that I wasn't sure what it was. So it is Mount Hood, and done about 7 miles. It did clear up. Sun's out now. And so earlier I was mentioning the younger couple we keep passing each other. They anyway, we stopped and chatted for a few minutes, and I was wrong. I thought they were from California. His trail name is Fairweather. He's from upstate New York, and she is Grateful Goat from Michigan. And so I was asking about the kind of mileage they do. So they're really doing the same mileage as me. So she's got a ukulele with her, and they told me they were going to do 15 today. That's if I see them, come on to camp with them. They ended up too last night. I asked them where they camped, and they were at that spring also. They were way at the other end. I never saw them or heard them. She said, we were playing music and singing. I said, never heard you. And just had another couple come up. There was a water cache back there at the road. First water cache of the trail. So we didn't have to carry water. I was saying this morning it was a 10-mile stretch of no water. And there was another couple. They're from Hawaii. They were at Trout Lake when I was there. I talked to them, but I never got their names. But hell, us 5 might be the last Sobos on the trail, for real. Because I don't know, all the ones that were Trout Lake were young and they're gone. But yeah, I'm gonna try to get 15 in today. I'm gonna try to do 15, 15, 15, get to Bridge of the Gods Sunday. And that's what the other couple, Fairweather and Grateful Goat, are doing. And yeah, they ended up staying in Trout Lake. They stayed an extra day, which I should have. There was a little place called the Village Inn. It looked kind of dumpy. That was all that was there. And they said it was awesome. They said they had the greatest breakfast in the world. And they had a hot tub. So they stayed there 2 nights. And they were there before me, so I never saw them because they weren't at the general store. But anyway, gonna get hiking. It's actually a beautiful day now. It's not hot. It's actually nice, just like yesterday. Nice cool breeze blowing. It's actually a little chilly when you're in the woods, but when you start climbing or getting the sun, it's warm. But yeah, everybody's ready to get to Oregon. So I will check with you guys later. See you, bye. Well, it's about 2:30. I am about 1.5 miles from Panther Creek, where I'm gonna stop and soak my frickin' ankle that is absolutely killing me. Every step. This is getting real old. I am so sick of walking in pain. I mean, I just cannot, I doubt, I'll be lucky to get 10 miles today. Washington's just not gonna let me go. So if I do that, then that means I won't get to Oregon till Monday. But I am going so slow, pretty much 1.5 miles an hour. Ridiculous. Very disappointing. So as I mentioned before, heck, if it wasn't for my ankles, I'd be doing 18, 20-mile days easy. Muscles are fine, everything's fine, but my frickin' top tendons in my ankle. And we had a lot of downhill today, so that's aggravates it the worst. Going downhill right now. So, not a lot to see today. Another walk in the woods. I did get a couple shots of Mount Hood. There's a campsite, I guess, I don't know, half a mile from Panther Creek or so. And after that, there's not any for 6, 7, 8 miles. So even if I wanted to do 15, which I wanted to, there's nowhere to camp, no water. So that's my story. All right, I'll check in later. Ankle soaking time. Well, it's 4 o'clock, and I just got out of the Panther Creek River. Spent an hour in that water. Wow, did that revitalize me. It wasn't ice cold, it was cold. But I pretty much stayed in there and iced my legs down and actually just sat up to my waist in the water. Felt good. Pretty much took a washcloth bath in it. So since I feel a little revitalized, checked on the map. There's some campsites right around here. I've only done 10. There's Wind River is about 2.5 miles. Doesn't show any campsites, but when there's water, there's always campsites. So I'm gonna try my luck and at least get 12.5 in and see if I can't find a campsite near the Wind River. When I was down at the creek, Panther Creek, there was a couple from the Netherlands. They were actually really nice. We talked for about 10 minutes as I was laying in the water. They actually skipped the Sierras and flipped up to Oregon. And we were talking about, I'm so late now, about what I should skip. And they made a really good suggestion because, as I've mentioned on previous videos, I want to go through the Sierras. So I've got to be, northern Sierras, Lake Tahoe area by September 15th, which is basically 4 weeks away. They suggested skipping the whole state of Oregon. Come back next year and finish it. That way you can just do a whole state. And and they really like NoCal. They just love California, they said. So I'm gonna check on that because I'm gonna take a day or two off in Cascade Locks and do some research and get these ankles healed. I am not gonna go back out until I get these things healed because I'm tired of walking in pain and only doing 10, 12 miles when I know I can do 20s, especially in Oregon since it's so flat, or the rest of the PCT. I mean, the Sierras are tough, but Washington is the toughest state. So that's my game plan right now, and we'll see. It kind of makes sense though, instead of just skipping, say, NoCal, coming back and only doing, say, 500, 600 miles of Northern California only, just do the whole state of Oregon and pick a very pretty time when to do it, which would probably be this time of year, middle of August. Bugs will be died down, won't be as hot. And you can do Oregon, and Oregon's about, it's 500 something miles too. I think maybe 580. Washington's 505. And come back and do it when it's real pretty. But that's the game plan, and I'm gonna see if I can't find me a campsite here in about 2.5 miles. See you, bye. There's my, that's the couple I've been passing back and forth with the last 2 days. This is the Wind River, mile 473, I think. Brian. Well, it looks like I'm going, it's about 6 o'clock. Looks like I am going to hike over 15 today. After I crossed that water, I went down and talked with Fairweather and Grateful Goat, and I went ahead and filled up water. I told them the Trout Creek was 3.1 miles away, and I told them if I don't see a campsite in a mile, that I'm dumping my water and I'll meet at Trout Creek. And once I cross the road, man, this is all hardwoods and we're climbing, which means I'll be on a ridge and there won't be any campsites. And as you can see, it's pretty whole different forest. This first hardwoods we've actually been in since I've started this trip. So I am going, they said at Trout Creek, it's kind of like a campground. They said there's picnic tables and a toilet, water. So I'm gonna suck it up and climb this mountain. I probably won't get to camp till 7:30, but I'll just eat and go to bed. They're still behind me, so they'll catch me here. They're much faster than me, but that's the plan now. It changes. Never stays the same. But yeah, when I crossed that bridge and saw the landscape, it was all swampy and ugly, and there was some private property and it's by a road. I just stopped and dumped all that water out. I'm not camping there. And like I said, up on these ridges, there's never any camp spots. So I'm gonna have to climb the mountain and get to Trout Lake Creek. So, thank God for the Panther Valley Creek, because that revived me. Boy, there was a nice camp spot right by that water. I almost took it. It was, but that would only been a 10-mile day. And I really want to get out of Washington, stick to my plan of getting in Oregon Sunday. So, which means I need to do 15 today, and tomorrow, and Sunday. So, we'll probably, when I get to camp, it's going to be dark, so I don't know if I'll be able to shoot anything. So if not, I'll talk with you tomorrow. Look at the size of that tree. And these big old trees, when they come up here and cut them, they hand saw those. They don't carry power tool or chainsaws up here. The old-fashioned 2-man saw. Hell, it'd probably take a half a day to saw through something like that. Well, it was all clean and feeling good. Now I'm climbing this mountain. I'm sweating like a pig. So anyway, I said I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Man, am I tired. Still on my way to Trout Creek. Got about 0.7. I just checked the miles. That's gonna make me 16 miles for the day. Probably wake up in the morning and ankle will look like Elephant Man. Woo! I am whipped. Long day. 7 o'clock right now. This will be the latest I've ever gotten to camp. Getting dark in these woods. And fair weather and Grateful Goat hadn't caught up with me. Maybe they're gonna ditch me. So I don't wanna camp with that old man. Old man hiking. But yeah, all these younger kids, they take like probably 3 breaks a day for 30, 45 minutes. Hell, I have pretty much hiked non-stop just to do 16 miles. Stopped twice to raise my legs up for 15 minutes. And then I stopped at that creek where I soaked my ankle for, that was about 30. So I've taken an hour break today. For me to do that kind of mileage, I can't take 2-3 hour breaks all during the day. And my body needs it, but can't do it. So anyway, can't even hold the phone up. This damn campground better be nice, or camp spot. I'm afraid though, I'm always afraid about thinking about that shit, but since it's Friday, and there's so many roads through here. We walked over gravel roads, paved roads. Hell, probably gonna be packed with locals. But we shall see. Well, I didn't take a video of my camp last night, but at mile 476, did 16 miles a day. Here was my campsite at Trout Creek. There's Fairweather and Grateful Goat camped right on that side of the bridge. There was another campsite back here, and there's Trout Creek. For any of the hikers that want to hike here, the only one thing is there is a paved road right across the bridge. It's just like a 1-lane. It wasn't a ton of cars, but there were a couple. If you don't like camping by roads, which I don't typically. But we did see about a quarter-mile before you get to Trout Creek, back in the woods, there was a tent site. And we actually thought about getting water and going back, but then we were so tired. It was 7:30 before day 8, so we went ahead and stayed here. So that is it. About to hit the trail.